today we're just mostly going to work on the D7th. I just wanted to show you a couple things that's really interesting about that. If you're already experienced, this probably won't have much to offer you, but I think it's really cool, especially if you're a beginner, you know, so you can start seeing how the D7 shape kind of fits in the overall scheme of things. That shape shows up a lot. Okay, even though I was playing in the key of G, this is all about the D7 chord shape. So we learned the D7 chord a few lessons ago, and maybe for those of you that are beginners and just jumping in, let me go over the notes for you. You have your second finger is going to be on the 3rd string 2nd fret. First finger is going to be on the 2nd string 1st fret, and then your 3rd finger is going to be on the 1st string 2nd fret. So that's your D7 chord. Okay? And I like to point this out to people because, you know, we've learned the B7th, and that's kind of what started all this. The B7 chord actually has that D7 shape inside the shell of the chord, so to speak. But let's take this D7, and what we're going to do is we're going to move it up one string. All fingers are going to keep that shape just like a cookie cutter, and you're just going to hop up a string. And let's play that shape, or that chord. That makes an A major 7th chord. Real pretty chord. Okay, so you have a D7, you hop it up, you have an A major 7th, okay, and then let's hop up one more time and look what happens. Well, if you play just those 3 notes, that's that B7 chord that we learned earlier. Now, if you're just going to add that pinky, see, there's that B7 shape. So you can see how that D7 shape shows up a lot on the guitar. You will see the more you learn, you'll be going, wow, there's that shape again. Okay, so you have D7, A major 7th, and remember, if you take that first finger off, that was your A7 shape, okay? Remember the D7, take the first finger off, was the D6. But I probably shouldn't go too much into that because I don't want to get you too confused. We're just going to stick with the D7 today. I will try not to go off on a tangent. So there's that. If you just play those 3 notes, that's a B7th. Of course, the way we learn is we're adding this high E string into it. Okay. But let's hop it up one more time. If you hop that same shape up to where your 2nd finger is on the low E string, and we're just going to play just the low of these 3 strings, okay? Well, that ends up being an F sharp 7th. Okay, so that's a 7th chord. So you kind of think of it this way: you got a D7th here, and if you go all the way across, you have an F sharp 7th. And if you've been working on that other video I did on remembering your notes or memorizing the notes, then you know that'll help you. You'll know that note's an F sharp. Okay, so let's go over that one more time. So you have D7, A major 7th, B7, and then, oops, yeah, don't put that one note in there, it won't sound good. It sounds like a scary movie, I think. Okay, so that's the F sharp, so F sharp 7. So a lot of times when you're playing with other musicians, sometimes it sounds better just to play those little shapes. So instead of, you know, if you're playing just these big gigantic chords, you really don't need to be playing those all the time. If you're doing like maybe some kind of country western swing, okay, so If you're doing something like that, that's cool, you know, if you're the main guitar player, and especially if you're just beginning, you're not going to be doing a lot of those bar chords. A lot of times, if you're the rhythm player, it sounds better just to be laying back and doing something like this. You ever plan to motor west? Take my way, the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks out on Route 66. Okay, we had the D7th, A major 7th, B7th right here, and we have the F sharp 7th. We play just those three notes, okay? I'm just playing the low E, the A. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play blues in the key of G. So we're going to take that shape and move it up one fret. Okay, and that's going to give us a G7. Start building up again or whatever, okay? But so let me show you this. So the first chord is G, and to play the C chord, again, you have to refer back to the 12-bar blues. I'll do a printout of this stuff so you can see the 12-bar blues in the key of G. You have your G 7th chord right here. Well, C, the 4 chord, you just hop down the string because this is your root note. This is C, okay? You go back to the G. Now your 5 chord is the D, which is right up here. So you can skip down a string and go up 2 frets. And then to the C, 2, 3, and then back to your G. And then the turnaround. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. I'll show you a couple things I was doing. If you learn this now, it's going to help you in the future with a few chords we're going to learn, a few more complex chords. First off, you know, if you're playing like this, you can play, if you put your pinky down here, you'll get a nice sounding G7th chord. So you could be doing this, comping. And again, I'm just kind of palm muting down here. Now when we go to the C chord, if you put your pinky on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, that gives you a C 9th chord, which is really, you know, I normally play it like this. But, you know, for today's lesson, just play it like this because that'll get you used to doing that shape. That's a C 9th. And if you move that pinky up 1 fret, this gives you the sharp 9, the chord, the Jimi Hendrix chord, you know, that whole thing. But that's a C 9th. So you can be playing your C like this, and you can add that C 9th. And what I like to do too is I'll get a little bit closer. I like to toggle my 2nd finger. Okay, so you have this G here. You get yourself a nice sounding G chord that way if you like. Okay, then you hop down to your C 7th, add your pinky. It's going to give you a C ninth, toggle, and you get that suspended ninth. I hope that's a suspended ninth. Can't think of what else it would be though. And then you're going to go back to your G, and then we're going to go to your 5 chord, which is the D, the little 3-note shape, and then again add your pinky there. You can do this little thing if you want to. Okay, and then what I did for the turnaround, again we're going to use this D7 shape. If you bring this all the way up to the 8th fret, the 7th fret, I'm sorry, 7th fret, you have a D7 shape. And back to your G. Okay? So the whole 12-bar blues is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. That's really all there is to it. Thank you so much, really, really appreciate it, and we will see you on the next lesson. Bye-bye.